the Marshall Silver Jubilee really is the greatest Marshall of all time, and here's why. Hello everybody, it's me Joey, and if you think that was a great Marshall sound, you should consider subscribing because I do that stuff all the time. And if you want to solo over that backing track yourself, it is available in my shop. Link is in the description box below. Now, you might have seen something is different today, different in the sense that I have an amp behind me. I brought back my all-time favorite Marshall, the Marshall Silver Jubilee. I played it all morning and I was thinking, gosh, this is the best Marshall of all time. First reason, it can sound very, very close to an actual plexi. And why is that? The clean channel has a crunch mode to it when you pull the gain knob. And now, if you dime the master, as I'm doing it, because my master volume is pretty much on 9.5, I am actually cooking those power tubes, and that's why the sound is pretty saturated even with low gain, because I'm using the amp into my low box and have an impulse response of one of my favorite cabinets set up. What you get is this. I mean, what else do you need, honestly? You got sustain for days, even with a mid-gain tone. Oh, man. Jesus. Roll back to 7. Reason number 2, the mighty lead channel. I don't know about you, but I think that sounds cooking, man. Obviously, the lead channel is very famous. A lot of players use it. Joe Bonamassa / John Frusciante, all these different players use it. So therefore, it's very famous, but listen to it on its own. found your amp, mission accomplished. Buy one of these. The great thing about that lead channel is you have that JCM 800 kind of sound, but it's a lot tighter. And again, the mids are more pleasant. The entire frequency spectrum, I feel like, is not as high in the mids. It's a little bit lower. And that's why I often refer to the Marshall Silver Jubilee as a dark Marshall amp, or the darkest of all Marshalls, because the mids in this thing are not as high as in a regular JCM 800, making it sound a little bit more pleasant, a little bit more rounded edges, to my ears at least. That's just pure sonic bliss to me. Reason number 3, the Marshall Silver Jubilee, at least the one that I'm using, which is an original 1987. It's not one of the reissues, it's an original one. The EQ is a lot more effective than on other Marshalls. If you've ever played an old Marshall like a Plexi, JTM or Bluesbreaker kind of circuit, the thing with the EQ is it really doesn't do a lot. It's either on or it's not. With the Silver Jubilee, however, it's completely different. Every slight turn of the knob actually does something and shapes the sound. So let's check this out. This is our bass tone. Now let's turn some knobs. Middle knob. Middle at 12. Middle at full. Middle fully off. Now that didn't sound good in any way, shape or form, but you can clearly see turning the knobs on the Marshall EQ, on the Silver Jubilee, actually changes a lot. And it's the same with the bass, the treble knob. And that is the third reason why the Marshall Silver Jubilee, in my opinion, is the greatest Marshall of all time. Sounds like a Plexi, or very, very close to that. Sounds like a super, super well-rounded JCM 800, and has a very, very effective EQ, so you can adjust to all sorts of guitars that you're using. I hope you get something out of that video. Maybe you want to buy a Marshall Silver Jubilee, but again, buy an old one if you can. As always, I've been Joey, and I'll see you in the next.